This is the Unit 8 review. We are testing Friday. So the first one is saying if y varies inversely with x, and x is 2, and y is 8, find x when y is 5. So if they vary inversely, that's saying as y gets bigger, x gets smaller. Or as y gets smaller, x gets bigger. It's inversely, it's opposite. So this one, 2 times 8 is equal to 5 times x. So the amount has to stay the same. So this is 16. I'm looking for some number that 5 multiplies to get 16. And so there's a shortcut. You just look at the first two numbers, multiply, and then you divide by the third number. So that's 16 over 5, that's 3.2. And then the second one is it varies directly. And so if y gets bigger, x gets bigger. Or if y gets smaller, x gets smaller. But we're not going to worry about that, so don't worry about this one. It's just the main concept between the two is different. And 3 goes back to saying that it varies inversely, so I take the first two numbers, and then I divide by the last number. So I'm looking at alpha y equals enter. I have 450 times 30 divided by 750. And I get 18. You could also just multiply them together. 450 times 30, and you get 13,500, and then divide by 750. Whichever's the easiest for you. So you get 18, and then you're looking for pressure. Pressure is in pounds per square inch. It's an odd unit, but whatever. And then 4 and 5 are the teamwork problems that we looked at, where it's 1 over time. So it's 1 over person 1 plus 1 over person 2 equals 1 over them together. And so you have 5 hours and 3 hours. So 1/5 plus 1/3 equals 1 over them together. And this one you can put in the calculator. So that's, you do alpha y equals enter 1/5 plus alpha y equals enter 1/3, and you get 8 over 15. But 8 over 15 is their time, or is 1 over their time together. So 1 over them together is 8/15. So then together would be 15 divided by 8. And so you get 1.875. And then number 5, it says Chandler can mow his yard in 4 hours. And then when Monica helps them together, it takes them 3 hours. So how long would it take Monica to mow by herself? And so that one's similar to number 4, except I have that equation rearranged. So it's 1 over them together minus 1 over Chandler equals 1 over Monica. And so them together is 3 hours, so 1/3 minus Chandler is 4 hours, that's 1/4. So alpha y equals, enter 1/3 minus 1/4. And you get 1 over 12. And 1 over 12 is 1 over Monica, so Monica would be 12 hours. It's the same thing, like on number 4, how we flip the fraction 8 over 15. On 5, you flip it 12 over 1, and that's 12. Number 6 is saying that there was a group discount or a family discount at an amusement park. Each person paid $17.50. And the cost equation is 120 divided by x plus 7.5. So you're trying to find how many people went if each person paid $17.50. So the more people that go, the less each person pays. That's like how number 1 and number 3 were, that varies inversely. As the number of people increase, the cost decreases. And so there's some number plus 7.5 that's equal to 1750. So that number has to be 10. So like you would subtract 17.5 and 750 and you get 10. So then 120 divided by some number is 10. And so that's the same thing as saying 120 divided by 10, you get 12. So 12 people went on this trip, and each person paid $17.50. And then 7 and 8 are giving you a graph, and you're asked to find the vertical and horizontal asymptotes. And so the graph split right here. So that's where it split vertically, and then the graph splits horizontally. The vertical splits it in half, left and right, and the horizontal splits it in half, up and down. And so in here, the graph splits, that's x equals, because that's a vertical line that cuts through the x-axis, and the horizontal is a horizontal line that cuts through the y-axis. So this one, it can't be at 0 because it crosses 0. It can't be 1, it crosses at 1, and it can't be 2. Then coming on from the right, it can't be 5, and it can't be 4. So that leaves 3. So my vertical asymptote is at x equals 3. And then my horizontal, that's where my graph flattens out, where it's split. So it looks like it's approaching that line on that side, and this on that side. And so that is the line y equals -2. And then the next one, it's easier to see that the vertical asymptote here is at -5. And then the horizontal is at 1.